Okay, champions, so you watching this video because you want to find a way to hit the balls deeper, and I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to help you. Don't forget to subscribe and grab my ebook link in the description. First things first is we're going to focus on contact point, right? So this is a very, very logical idea, but many players don't think about it. So if your contact point is too high, automatically you're going to want to hit down. Not always, but it's more natural to go down. If your contact point is lower where it should be, and sometimes even a bit lower, the first thing this racket wants to do is it wants to go up, which will help you get the ball deeper. Okay, so what does that tell us? To get into that hitting zone, you're going to have to get in position and then wait for the ball to get into that hitting zone. Then it's easier to hit up. Okay, so if I hit that way, wait for it, hitting zone, and then you can lift it, because tennis is a lifting game, right? And you can only lift the ball properly if you're coming from down there. Tip number 2, guys. Does that mean you'll never get a high ball? Does that mean that every time the ball is high you're not going to be able to get it deep? Not at all. I always teach that when the ball comes high and it's so high that you aren't able to wait for it to drop all the way, you wait, it's very high, you wait for it a little bit, but then you have to focus extra hard on hitting it up into the same direction. So when the ball comes high and you didn't find a way to get in your hitting zone, make sure you hit it back up in the same direction, and don't be tempted to pull that ball down, because that's what the mind wants to do. Okay, champs, keep in mind I'm showing you on the forehand, but it's the exact same principles on the backhand. So if the camera lady can come behind me, I'll show you the first 2 tips and then I'll give you the last one. So the contact point, very important. Get in your hitting zone, and then it's easy to lift it. Feet, hitting zone. Then you want to lift the ball. Number 2 is high ball. Not enough time, but you want to make sure, I framed that one. If it's that high, you got to focus extra hard on hitting it back up in the same direction. Don't be tempted to pull it down. Keep in mind, both these steps, for you to get depth, you need to hit the ball up. Now let's talk about the swing. Okay guys, last tip, so important. I talk about this often, and I'm going to keep talking about this because players forget it. I've seen too many players feel like they want to pull the ball like this, and this is okay for like an angle shot, which I mentioned in some other videos, but if you want to get the ball deep, think about it. There's a longer distance, which means you need to carry the ball longer. All right, so with the first 2 tips I gave you, you need to contact the ball and then ask yourself, how do I hit 4, 5, 6, 7 balls before I release? Because it's very, very common sense. If you hit the ball, release, might be over the net, decent amount of spin, but it won't go deep, right? But if I carry it longer, remember the ball will listen to the racket. The racket is carrying the ball. I'm hitting 7 balls, even on the backhand. Carry the ball a little bit longer, long follow through. You can look at all the pros. I'm not talking about the finish. I'm talking about after contact point, they carry it, and then you release however you want to, if it's high or low. That is how you will get the ball deeper. I promise you, if you want to know how to hit the ball with more spin, check out this video.